course, I got y'all. I have a document with all the resources listed, and I will link that in the description box. But hi everyone, Dr. Fo here. So in today's video, we are discussing ways to make your natural hair always look fly. And so before I even get into the video, for your convenience, I put some timestamps down below. So if you want to go ahead and skip to certain techniques and things that you want to hear about, you can look at the timestamps down below in a pinned comment, so you can go ahead and get to where you want to go if that's your desire with the video. Let me tell you why I decided to do this topic. In doing my dissertation on Black women's hair perspectives and really just looking at our history when it comes to us as people of African descent and our hair, I noticed this repeated thing in the current context where there are a lot of Black women that don't want to wear their natural hair because it doesn't look good all the time to them. And when I say it doesn't look good all the time to them, it's not consistent. It's not the way that they set it before they left home. They walk outside, the humidity does something different to it. It's just the styling and the look of the hair is not consistent enough for them to step out and feel confident with their hair. They want to look neatly styled. They want to look polished. They want to feel beautiful. And so that is an issue that some Black women have with wearing their natural hair, and Black people have with wearing their natural hair. But my study was particularly on Black women. And so some people might jump to the conclusion that that is always from a place of Black women wanting to have a different hair texture. And when I say hair texture, I'm referring to surface texture, or how smooth, rough, or silky, or cottony the hair is along the surface, not strand size texture. But it's actually sometimes coming from a positive aspect of our culture as people of African descent and people throughout the African diaspora. And so I want to read some sources that communicate how important looking fly and fly hair has always been for us as people of African descent. So the first resource that I'm reading from is African Hairstyles, Styles of Yesterday and Today by Essie Sage. She is a writer from Lagos, Nigeria. And so let's get into what she has to say. She says, African hair sculpture is an art. Africans rarely leave the hair or the body in their simple, natural state, but spend a considerable amount of time and energy on grooming and self-adornment. The hair has always been accorded particular attention, right? So this is her perspective, and this is a bit of an older book. It came out in 1983, I want to say. So let's get into a more recent perspective from the 2000s. And this is from Ayana Bird and Lori Tharps. And the book is Hair Story, Untangling the Roots of Black Hair in America. And so getting into here, these two authors are discussing pre-colonial and pre-slavery, pre the transatlantic slave trade, hair care in West Africa. And so they say, in Nigeria, if a woman left her hair undone, it was a signal that something was wrong. The woman was either bereaved, depressed, or habitually dirty. To the Mende, unkempt, neglected, or messy hair implied that a woman was either had loose morals or was insane. And so they also pulled something from Muhammad Maboj, an associate professor of history at Columbia University and a native of Dakar, Senegal. Maboj says that an unkempt or disheveled hairdo, or he concurred that an unkempt or disheveled hairdo was often interpreted as a sign of dementia in Senegal, pre-colonial Senegal. So these are some perspectives to consider about why we always want our hair to look fly. Now, let's get into some possible methods that can help us always keep our hair looking fly. I think that something that happens for a lot of Black women is, or a lot of us as Black women, we don't know our options when it comes to wearing our natural hair. So one of the first ways of caring for your natural hair that can help your hair always look fly, I would like to say, is locks. Have you ever considered getting locks?
This is propaganda for the Black girls. Girl, get your locks. Thick, medium-sized, micro locks, sister locks. Wigs if you like. My hair is permanently in a protective style. I spend little to no money every year. I put my hair back and forth like Willow.
From what I heard, Locs can be amazing because it's literally get up and go hair, and your hair is already done, right, with Locs. So there's also less product use with Locs for a lot of people. Hey, so I want to interrupt this video real quick to tell you that I've started posting uncut videos over on my YouTube membership. So the first uncut video is curl defining. Curl definition, wash and goes. Is it really that convenient for kinky hair? And you know, I just really give my uncut perspective, and I think you'll really enjoy it. It's only $1 to go see the video. Every month, you'll be sure to see a new video over there, uncut, juicy, really fun for only $1. So go check it out. You don't need a shampoo, conditioner, leave-in conditioner, styling gel, styling cream, styling foam. They don't need all the things for their locks. They need a simple cleanser, possibly something conditioning, possibly something light to retwist their hair that doesn't build up. So for a lot of people, Locs is get up and go hair, and it can be styled intricately. It can be styled beautifully. So maybe if you're thinking about, oh, I want my hair to always look good, maybe Locs could be an option for you. And so a resource that I think that you all may enjoy when it comes to Locs is the Digital Loctician. So that's the first resource. You can check out her social media. And also you all can check out Ken Heritage on Instagram as well. So both of these women on Instagram, you can also check out their websites and things like that to see if they have any other resources that you might be interested in as a consumer. And what I like about a lot of locticians and other people that are styling hair now is they're giving out information on Instagram and also possibly their websites that can just get you by until maybe you decide to invest in their services or the services of someone else that specializes in the type of hair care that you're interested in. So the first option, Locs. Second possible option to always have your natural hair looking good is low maintenance, beautiful hairstyles. So low maintenance, beautiful hairstyles like 2-strand twist. I see the girls right now, the folks, everybody on TikTok and some people on YouTube, they're really loving their mini twist. So where they take 2 strands of hair, twist them together. They might make them really small, and so they can have beautiful twists throughout their hair that they can style in various ways. And so I see a lot of people are loving that as a low maintenance hairstyle. And some people are loving buns and what I like to call like an Afro puff out style that I've seen Gloria Kings do, a YouTuber. And so I make sure to link that. So Gloria Kings did it, Oluchi did it, this sort of roll and tuck hairstyle. And I did it. I have a video on it here on the channel. And so maybe you might want to choose a simple but elegant hairstyle that is pretty predictable and could last you until your next wash day. And so some people, a way to make this low maintenance, elegant hairstyle to optimize it for your hair growth and hair health is some people, they go to a professional every 2 weeks and they have that low maintenance style refreshed. So for you, a good plan might be for you to go to someone to have your low maintenance style done. And they tell you how you can wash your hair if you need to wash your hair in the meantime while you're at home. They tell you how to maintain your hair and you don't have to do a whole lot. Just keep that low maintenance style in, and then every 2 weeks you come back to them and they take care of your hair, give you any treatments if you need any treatments, give you a trim if you need a trim. Just help to maintain your hair and grow your hair and cultivate your hair for you. So you don't have to think about all the different, because there's a lot of different information floating around right now about all these things that you should think about at home. But if you have somebody that you trust to help you maintain that at the shop, and you just go every 2 weeks or so for them to help wash, condition, style, and you just maintain that to the next visit, that can help your natural hair look good all the time if that's a method that appeals to you. And so a free resource that I have for that, where you can look at the hairstyles and everything else, is Yellow CC, her Instagram page, that salon page. Yellow CC is a salon that's located in Nigeria, and the styles are absolutely beautiful. Another resource, also Kimmy Lewis. So her Instagram as well. So you can check out those two Instagram pages and see some of the beautiful and elegant low maintenance styles that are being done. And I think also for certain contexts, low maintenance styles that are also beautiful make a lot of sense, because if you're living somewhere where there's a lot of dust in the air, you want to keep your hair in a hairstyle that's easy for you to clean, easy for you to maintain. You don't have to do a bunch of detangling and stuff because of how often you might have to get in there and rinse and clean the hair. And so, like I know some people, they do rinse and clean their hair in their mini twist and things like that, and they're fine. Some people that doesn't work for them, but for some people it works. So you want to think about your environment, and so a low maintenance but elegant style might really appeal to you. So please check out those two resources, Yellow CC on Instagram and Kimmy Lewis on Instagram. They are located in Nigeria, to see some of the beautiful, elegant styling that they're doing there. Another hairstyle to consider is a fly, and I'm looking at my notes, a fly short haircut, right? A fly short haircut. Future Faux here, a great resource for beautiful short natural hairstyles, can be Fernando Dredd. So I'll show some examples of his work over to the side, but amazing, sharp, beautiful haircuts, just one resource of many that I'm sure you can find. The thing about a nice fly short haircut is it could be get up and go hair for you. You could get up and go and the cut already has the style ingrained into your hair. So, and you can wash your hair more often if you work out a lot and you don't have to do a bunch of detangling. You use less product because you have less hair. So a fly short haircut might be a great option for some people. So a fourth option for my naturals out there is to become a heat style natural. And let me further explain heat styled. When I say heat styled, I mean that you are flat ironing your hair regularly. You are blowing it out regularly, and the normal elasticity of your hair is changed. Your normal curl pattern is changed, is loosened because of how often you heat style and how often you flat iron, and you're okay with that. You're not really interested in wearing your natural curl pattern as much. Now, that sort of heat styling is typically irreversible. You're not going to be able to get back your natural curl pattern, your natural kinkiness, your natural waviness to your hair once it's been altered permanently by that heat. And so that's still a wonderful option for some people if they want to wear their hair in straight styles the majority of the time and wear buns and wear their hair down and wear their hair wrapped, and they enjoy. Some people even do like braid outs where they braid the hair while it's wet, use something to hold it like a foam to set it, and they undo it once it's dry, and they have the wave pattern from the braids, or they do it with twists. Some people find different beautiful ways to set their hair when it's heat trained, and they are perfectly fine with their hair having that loosened curl pattern. And so a good resource for some people may be Deeper Than Hair. Deeper Than Hair is here on YouTube. She's a stylist here on YouTube, and she has a bunch of free videos where you see her heat styling people, and a lot of her clients are natural. And I'm sure she has some other resources. I think she may have some other resources, so you want to take a look at her website and everything else. So Deeper Than Hair here on YouTube is a resource for people that want to be a heat style natural. And so another option could be to set your hair in a style one time a week as a natural. Learn how to set your hair well in that style and rock that style for the rest of the week for 7 days. And so a lot of naturals do this type of styling, and they set their hair in a twist out. So when they twist two strands together, wait till it's dry, because that's important. They use a product with holding ability, and they untwist the hair once it's dry, and they wear that wave or curl pattern that the twist creates. So some people do that. Some people do braid out, so they do it a similar way to twist outs, and they set that for 7 days. Some people wear wash and goes, where they learn how to set and define their natural curl pattern. They wear that throughout the week. And so some people wear Bantu knot outs, where they do little Bantu knots, and they undo the Bantu knots, and they have a beautiful curl pattern with their hair, and they rock that for the entire 7 days. And they don't, typically a lot of women that do this type of styling, they don't reapply product throughout the week. They don't do any restyling. They just simply set their hair well enough at the beginning of the week for it to last for the whole week. And they also tie their hair down, maybe with a satin scarf or silk scarf, or they put their hair in something to hold the style well, so that each day they can take off their head covering from sleeping, fluff their hair, and be out the door. And so with that type of styling, an excellent resource is Carmenville Conway. So Carmenville Conway, her resources, and I will link the name of her, I'll put the name of her resources at the bottom of the screen. And of course, I got y'all. I have a document with all the resources listed, and I will link that in the description box. But Carmenville Conway, with her resource that is Brown Skin Woman, she talks about different ways of setting and styling the hair. She has a free product guide, so free products, a list of free products that you can access by joining her email list. And so you have options. You have options to wear your natural hair and keep your natural hair looking good all the time. Now, with each of these options, which were the options were Locs, low maintenance but elegant styles, and elegant styles, a fly short haircut, being heat styled, and also setting your hair once a week and leaving it that way. So these are some options, and I want to tell you, there may be a learning curve. There may be a period where you have to get situated and you have to feel comfortable, but everything that's beautiful, that is worth it, it takes time. So with your locks, with your low maintenance styles, with all these different things, it may take you some time to adjust to the style, to feel more confident with the style, maybe for you to bounce back from some damage with your hair. And you'll need to wear your hair. Maybe you'll need to learn how to do the style a little bit better. Of course, hopefully with some help from some sort of resource. But that's okay, because then once you get over that hump and you're able to wake up and go with your hair and have consistently nice looking, beautiful natural hair, then you'll feel like, wow, this work has really been worth it. And people are going to be asking you, hey, what did you do to your hair? How did you get your hair like that? And maybe with some of these, maybe you could get instant gratification. So hey, think about the hair care techniques that I've shared with you today. Think about why they may work for your lifestyle, your weather, your circumstances. Think about why they may work for you. Think about how you want to see yourself, and think of realistic ways that you can see yourself. Like, for example, I can't think to myself right now, oh, I want curls as big as Shirley Temple. And now that I'm looking at Shirley Temple's curls as an adult with more hair care knowledge, these actually don't even look like her natural curls. These look like curls from like a curling iron or something, but that's beside the point. I'm naturally not going to have curls that large with my natural hair. I want my natural hair to just be curls as big as Shirley Temple. And I put a picture of Shirley Temple. That's not going to happen. That's not my natural curl pattern, right? So it's important to have realistic expectations, and then also have resources and options to let you know like how to, have a meter for your expectations. And I got a little bit more for you. You might wonder, why didn't I say braids as a style to keep you looking fly all the time? When that braiding our hair, especially with extensions, that is one of the most traditional things and beautiful things for us as people of African descent. But sometimes with braids with extensions, for some people, they're successful. And then for other people, they're not successful. They have issues with thinning in different areas of their hair, what's called traction alopecia. So they have hair loss, and for some people, it's permanent. And for some people, because they have delicate hair, there are a lot of people of African descent that have delicate, fine strands, can have the most beautiful kinky hair. And it's important to keep in mind that it can also have delicate, fine strands that should be treated like what it is, something beautiful. So sometimes for some people, braids with braiding hair can really weigh down their hair because of how fine their hair is, and it can break their hair. So those are some things to keep in mind with braids. But for the people that are successful, that are taking really great care of their hair, I want to put emphasis on people that are taking really great care of their hair, because everybody knows that one person that does not take great care of their hair, and their hair is still, flourishing. Well, you think it's flourishing. We don't want to use that person as our example. But for people that are doing braids and they have success, so these people are often washing their hair while it's in the braids to take care of their scalp, to remove any dirt from their scalp, to make sure their scalp is free and clean and can breathe. These people are often not leaving their braids in for extremely long periods of time. I remember being in high school and there were people that would leave their braids in the whole year, the whole school year. And so leaving braids in that long could really cause a lot of wear and tear and damage to the hair. And so there are people that aren't doing that and they're able to maintain their hair health better because they're taking those braids out, letting their hair breathe, making sure their hair is getting adequate moisture. And then there's also people that are making sure that when their braids are put in, the braids aren't done super tight. I know we love our tight, neat braids, but there's some people that are getting, and I'm talking about braids with extensions specifically. And then there's some people that when they get their braids with extensions, they make sure that they are gently done on the scalp, gently done on the hair, that the hair isn't, a trim isn't done to the hair once the hair is put in braids, where the flyaways are cut off and possibly cutting into the hair's length. And so there's some people that have success with braids that are doing things to make sure that their hair is in optimum condition while it's in the braids. And when it comes out of the braids. So a good resource for those people they're like, I'm going to wear my braids, is Protected by Lisa. So you can look up Protected by Lisa. And she has an Instagram, and I believe she has a video where she actually shows how to shampoo the hair, how to take care of the hair while it's in braids. And so you can just scroll through that Instagram and scroll through her resources and see if there are any nuggets there that can be super helpful to you if you decide, hey, I want to keep my natural hair looking good all the time, but rock in some beautiful braids. So some other styles that I didn't mention are wigs. I didn't mention wigs because I don't know enough about them as a protective style, And I feel like if I did research, it would only be sort of scratching the surface. Most of these things on here I've had some sort of experience with through my own experience or through a family member or something like that. But wigs, I don't know a whole lot about that as a hairstyle to keep your natural hair looking good all the time. I do know for some people they have to be careful because it can kind of rub at their edges and cause some hair loss, contribute to hair loss. And then also sew-ins. I didn't say anything about sew-ins because I don't know a whole lot about sew-ins when it comes to, I know that they can help keep your hair looking good all the time, but I don't know that much about them when it comes to maintaining your own hair personally and keeping your own hair healthy. Doesn't mean it's not possible, but I just don't have the most information on that. So if you have any information, especially from a professional, if you could drop it down below, then when it comes to sew-in styles or wigs, then I would be forever grateful. Or any of the types of hair care that I've discussed here. If you know of a resource, go ahead and drop it down below so other people can see the resource. And of course, it's up to you all as a viewer to screen the resources and make sure that they align with your needs. If you find that they don't align with your needs, then go ahead and say, hey, this is not the resource for me. Move on to the next one. But of course, I want you all to, have those options there. So you know what's out there when it comes to our hair as people of African descent. And if you're watching a Black woman of African descent, because, I have a special place in my heart. I'm a Black woman. And I did my entire dissertation on Black women's hair perspectives. So I truly hope that you enjoyed this video. Remember, resources are down below in the description box. So once again, my name is Fo. Please make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Share this with somebody. Share this with somebody who you think would really enjoy this resource. But thanks for watching. Bye-bye.